McClure Live. I shouldn't have put that right behind me. Here, let me see if I can move this up. How y'all doing tonight? Okay. Hey, can you hear me? We're going to call Mike Siegel. Let's just see if we can get him on the horn. Mike Siegel is the artist of all this, the art project. He will be like the founding member. Oh man. Sometimes I get a little, I think I'm addicted a little to the social media. I am fascinated by X. Twitter was originally, I had this program back in the day called TweetDeck, and it was right after the divorce, and Leon's upstairs sleeping. I'm not quite ready to go to bed, and I'd get on TweetDeck, and TweetDeck was cool because you could watch if you're on Twitter, X. You could look at the feeds differently, and so you could take TweetDeck and have it set up to look at things you want to follow or followers. You could segment it in sections, and it would refresh. And like if you're just looking at the live feed, it's refreshing every so often. And you kind of got to go through it, and it would make a little noise every time it refreshed. And it was like the Matrix, for a lack of a better thing. Let's see if we can get Mike on the horn. But look at this. See, these are, let me show you guys real quick. So I don't have the original painting. Or maybe I do. I'll have to go back and look. Here, maybe you see me better down here. So we've taken pictures of the originals out to Mainline to the sign company. And the sign company can reproduce these. And we got different stocks of paper. But I'm out there and I'm saying, hey! Saying, hey, let's print this on holographic paper. Because like Parker has got the state-of-the-art holograms, right? And look at all these different samples of holographic paper that they already have got. They could print 100 of those real quick. And I mean, literally, they'll print these up by the pallet. And if you've never been out to Mainline Printing, call Pee Wee Herman or call Matt Pavarnak. He'll go out there and hobnob and take credit for all this. Sorry, Matt. No, I'm not sorry. But because that's the way Topeka does it. I'm telling you something. Wait till Chick-fil-A has their grand opening. The big shots will all be out there. And then all of a sudden they'll become religious. Hey, we're out here. And see the 100 people out there that aren't jobs. Talk to Molly Howie. The NGO. That's what Miss NGO. That's what I'm going to call her from now on. Molly Howie is Miss NGO. Matt Pavarnak, Mr. MGO. It's like bingo, like BINGO. Remember that? BINGO. Bingo was his name. Oh. But hey, let's see if we can get Mike on horn. And I've got the paintings down at my place. They're, we're finishing up the art gallery. This is going to be cool because I got these, and he names the paintings. And I mean it, I'm telling you. He had one called Broken Heart. And you guys know how crazy I am. But, man, I have you ever had a broken heart? And if you have had a broken heart, you're lucky because you've loved. And if you've never had a broken heart, well, God bless you. Maybe you were with, maybe it was love at first sight and you've never been apart, and that would be a beautiful thing too. And that'd be better than having a broken heart. But me, I touch the stove a lot. But I think the holographic, and you can do so many things. It's like for me, I loved photography back in high school, or even prior to high school. He would have been my great step uncle. No relation, but Archibald Breyer, that was his name. Uncle Arch. Uncle Arch made me learn photography with a light meter and a twin lens reflex, and understand apertures and understand lighting, understand film speed, understand once you know the technical aspects of photography, you're a better photographer. Then he says, go out and buy an automatic camera. Fine. But the love that Mike puts into his paintings, it's amazing. And I got all these paintings around 520, and I can just feel the energy. But I got to tell you, I felt the energy of a broken heart. See if we can. All right, this is the landline. See if I can get Mike on the horn. We'll figure out ways to get him live and see if he picks up.
I picked up.
Oh, are you watching the live show?
You're on now, you mean?
Yeah, I'm on now. Hello.
No, I was on the... Hello.
I didn't know if you were on Facebook. I'm on Facebook Live.
Uh-huh.
I need to go live more often on Instagram. But you're in the studio. I got a microphone right by the phone.
Okay.
Say hello. I am displaying the holographic art and talking about different, the different papers that we're going to have for the printing company.
That's great.
Well, anyway, how are you tonight? Am I bugging you?
I'm doing fine, King Henry. I'm doing fine. I'm always happy to hear from you. It never bugs me when I hear from you, man. You're like the best person in my life.
Oh, I love you, man. I was just...
You are fucking none, man. And the thing about you, Henry, that's always been amazing is you are a can-do guy, okay?
Yeah. Thank you.
I've told so many people about this, Henry. I actually told someone the other day, you do not have 1/1,000,000th of a percent of procrastination in you. Okay, you are a total action guy. That's one of the things I love about you, man. You're incredible.
Well, so I always thought Federal Express was kind of a good idea, but the right name for a delivery service would be Right Now. Yeah, right now. Well, when can you pick it up? Right now. We'll be right over.
Yeah.
When are you going to deliver it? Right now.
Right.
It's on the way. I mean, literally have a guy hop on a plane, deliver it. But,
right.
that comes at a cost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so I'm telling you, I'm gonna take Broken Heart, some pictures of Broken Heart. I felt this is what I felt. You're just gonna have to tolerate me. I felt I could feel the energy that you put into the painting.
And Henry, can I just like interrupt you for a second?
Yeah, why not? I do it to everybody.
You say like I put into the painting, okay? What I'm telling you is, I wish I had that power to put it in the energy into the painting. There are actually universal, mystical and magical guides that help me with every painting, okay? So it's, I'm a mortal, I'm a human, okay? I'm the vessel. And I just open myself up, and all the energies come from other powerful sources, much bigger, much stronger, and much more energetic than I am, okay? Thank you that you think I'm able to do that. I don't have that much power. Okay?
Well, I'll acknowledge your statement, but have you ever had a broken heart?
How much time do you have for this broadcast?
Well, I'm telling you, the energy of Broken Heart got into that painting, and you're talking to a guy that on May 2nd, 2015 at 4:44 in the morning, got his life saved, and because of that mystical, that higher power, that energy, that God,
right.
The angels that saved me. Have you ever heard that song? Rick Ashton,
Mm-hmm.
You know that singer?
Yeah.
He's got a song later on called Angels on My Side. And it's beautiful, man. I've got angels on my side. And something, that's what your uncle was for me. Your uncle was an angel for Henry McClure.
And Henry?
Yes, sir?
That right now, that's what you are for me, brother, okay? An angel on earth.
Well, God bless you.
Yeah.
It's, and I think I'll go back
I'm not creating too many high expectations, man, but that's what my expectation is of you, brother.
I'll go back to 1983 and Crossroads. Think about the energy of Crossroads Mall. And Tom, the stripper, Thomas Henry, he's always talking about how mystical the moment of Crossroads was for everybody.
And not only that, Henry, but the fact that it was named Crossroads, even, was further imbues that,
I'll tell you, one of the most fun nights I had was the girl that owned Underworld. We're driving her Jaguar up on Peak to Peak Highway one night. Woo-wee!
Mm-hmm.
I had an angel on my side that night, but I digress.
Right, but back in those days, you were more of a devil, brother.
Oh man, there's a song about that, right? See, I have a sidekick around here. He doesn't come around anymore because I think he's a Democrat, and he doesn't want to support the Trump win, But anyway,
right, but Henry, here's the thing, like with the art and what we're doing with that, right?
Right.
It's apolitical, man. It's apolitical. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I love the one you've got down there, and I think it's number one. Make America.
Make Americans great again.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, grateful. No, it's grateful. It's
right. Make Americans grateful again. Absolutely.
Right. And it's like not being a racist. Either you are or you aren't, right? And like sometimes here in the Midwest, you almost have to justify, well, our family were Yankees and we fought to free the slaves, because the politics, we got to heal. We have to heal, but part of healing is you got to talk about your shortcomings and overcome them.
Right.
I mean, and like
Look, Henry, like I know this country's insane right now, and I'm an artist. I'm not a politician, okay? But like fundamentally, united we stand, divided we fall. Amen. End of fucking story.
Amen.
Okay? And being at each other is like that's the worst thing for America, and that's the worst thing for Americans. That's the part that's. You want to talk about heartbreak? That's the part that's heartbreaking. We should be all of the people, by the people, for the people, and have like common goals that unite us, okay? Most of the focus now is on the things that divide us, and that is sad to me.
Yeah, broken heart. That is,
Right.
but I love, I'm learning to know all the names of the painting. They're like, these are like your children.
Right, and Henry, I got another 150 children here, brother.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
We got to sell some of these.
Right. And whoever winds up like being buyers of these things, it's not just a decoration for above your couch, okay? The energy in that's gonna, and they all have different types of energies, but the energy in that is gonna be, healing and transforming, and some will manifest joy, and some will manifest abundance. And Henry, the wild thing for me is, okay, the painting I did yesterday, which I showed you, which has all the colors and the white border around it, okay?
Right.
It looks nothing like anything I've done before, okay? And,
Now that is true. That was true. In fact, I'll post that up on my website. MD's doing a good job with your site. I think, and this is up to you, your Facebook page, I think we ought to capitalize the S. So it's MS,
whatever you want to do, man, I'm good with that.
Well, but it's your brand.
Yeah, but it's fine, man. Yeah.
You mean I'm actually part of building the brand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, so I was talking earlier.
Hell, Henry, I'm an artist, man. Part of building the brand, you are the brand builder, buddy. I just want to keep creating and, imbuing these things with incredible energies to help people, okay? I don't want to brand. I don't want to market, I don't want to sell. I just want to create because I know what we put in these pieces can really, because, part of our mission, Henry, is to help people.
Right.
Follow your passion, find your purpose, get rid of anxiety and fear, and live a life with some joy in it. Everyone has like some anxiety, trauma, and like the thing for me, Henry, honestly, when I'm in the middle of creation, I'm totally present, I'm in the moment, and I'm joyous. Sometimes, there's struggle and have to rework the art pieces, but most of the time, I am happy when I'm creating. There's like very little pain in that for me. It's mostly joy because I'm following my passion, and doing what I love. But what I was going to say to you, Henry, is on the recent one that I did yesterday with the colors with the white border,
Right.
which is nothing like the other pieces of mine you've seen. I'm going to do more of a series of this. But Henry, I know for me, right, the fact that this is different, it's because I have a different spirit guide helping me. You know what I mean? So that's even like, further proof to me that I'm getting help from the outside. Because I have a lot of stylistic differences in the paintings, as I'm sure you've seen. Well, that's because there's a different guides that are helping me. I told you that I showed you the one that I did on my mom's birthday. She passed a long time ago from ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, a horrible disease. That's the round one I did that has a lot of birds of paradise in it. And the birds of paradise, a small one just showed up. And then I added more, but it was on my mom's birthday that I know that she was guiding me from heaven that day. Okay? So, different people reach out to me, and I'm just like open in my creation process to all the help I can get. Because, brother, I need all the help I can get. Okay? Including you, Mr. Brand Builder.
Hey, do you got time to hear a Mike Siegel story?
Sure.
A guidance story.
Mm-hmm.
So, the longer I've been clean and sober,
Mm-hmm.
the more in tune I am, and the more um, I liken it to the Force. I love Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I mean, because I think it's a way. That was a I thought a beautiful story of a knight in shining armor and all that, but they modernized it to try to get to where you could get in touch with the universe, right? And the longer I've stayed clean and sober, my life has changed exponentially. And I've always thought that you're born with the knowledge of the universe and you go through your life realizing it. Well, and you can imagine I might have been a unique child, but I met a lot of people. I've had an interesting life, and I can't wait. This one, I just want to keep going. So, long story short, I'm clean and sober, and maybe it's coming on 5 or 6 years. I can't really recall because I live such a timeless life. Time doesn't matter as much to me.
Right.
I know it matters to Ryan Mowinkle wanting to get my lease on the new space, but sometimes time is an ingredient to everything.
Right.
But one night I had a dream about your uncle, and we're just sitting talking, we're rapping, and this is one of those dreams you wake up and you're looking around for him, like. It was like I had a conversation with your uncle. I felt good. It was like he was proud of me finally getting my shit together. He always said, I just thought you'd grow out of it. And this is in my dream. And he goes, I just didn't think it, his voice, I didn't think it would take this long. So I get on the horn and I tell Dana about this. I got to call up Dana Kay, and I told him about it. And I go, it was like he visited me, and he goes, Henry, that happens to me all the time. I go, you gotta be kidding me. And then while I'm telling Dana this, Mark Klein calls. So I go, Dana Kay, it's Mark Klein. I gotta tell him the story. So I get on the horn with Klein. And he goes, hey, Henry, I got to tell you this story about this dream I had last night. And I go, okay, go ahead. And he goes, I'm at a stoplight, and there's a crosswalk, and I'm a kid, and I'm holding this guy's hand, and I look up. It's not my dad. It's Mace. Wow. I go, oh my God! Last night, and he goes, yeah. And then I told him the story about me, and I told him the story about Dana Kay. And so there's 3 people. I mean,
Henry, I want to tell you 2 things. Okay, one, I think Mace played a part in bringing you and me back together, man. Okay, because he has that power whether he's on this side or that side. Okay, but I want to tell you something funny thing, not spiritual, but funny thing, right? You said he was the kid holding Mace's hands. When Mace was a young man and in Columbia University, he had a job of taking care of kids and holding their hands and walking them across the street.
No way.
Yes, I swear to you.
Oh, man.
Yes, right. Tell Mark Klein that. Yeah, right. That's what he did to make some money. Yeah.
I got a chill. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah.
Well, I'll believe you. I believe you that I borrowed some money from your uncle, and when I didn't come back to Mace Rich, right? And because I bruised Art Coppola's ego. But
that's not possible.
Well, I didn't fit in the Coppola regime.
Yeah, I didn't fit either, but it's not possible to bruise his ego, man.
Well, May said you bruised some egos. But I'll tell you.
About art, I mean, the thing about art is every single interaction with that guy, he was playing King of the Hill. You know.
Yeah,
It's tough to live like that, man.
Look what he did to the company.
Yeah.
I mean, well, anyway, so I made some money and I called Mace and I go, hey, I got some cash and I want to pay you back. And he starts laughing at me. He goes, well, you've been a good customer over the years. Well, no, I borrowed some money from him when I lived up in Casita Springs to buy my house in Ventura when Renee was pregnant, and I paid him right back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I sold my house, paid him right back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was so, you know, it was like cool. Like, hey, Kristen, write Henry a check for $25,000. You know, just, you know, bellows it out over the whole place.
Yeah.
Everybody knows I'm walking out with $25K. But paid him right back, man. Got the house sold up there. You know, I had 2 mortgages. But so anyway, long story short, so I called him and he goes, no. He says, send me receipts for $10,000. This was a $10,000 front. Send me receipts and just give it away to charities.
Wow.
I go, okay.
Wow.
He goes, Henry, I'm not hurting for cash right now.
Yeah.
But then the very next day, I had trouble getting out of bed, and I was something I'd been doing for a long time, taking a walk, and it's like you can never stop training. Don't stop doing the good, right?
Yeah.
But that was the day my church burned down.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, and not all of it, but if I would have stayed on my walk like I usually have done,
Mm-hmm.
but it was nice to be able to write the church a check that moment. Boom.
Yeah, sure.
The very next day, I had the money and I wrote a check to the church.
Amazing. That's amazing.
But you can never, and that's what, you know what going out to LA was all about for me?
So,
Well, it was about going back to the source of intelligence.
mm-hmm.
You know, when I was at Lakewood has completely lost its direction and personality from when Mace was there,
Yeah, sure.
stalking it like a bear. But
Yeah.
it reminded me of who Henry McClure is, and everywhere I've been. And hey, what the hell's the deal with Spectre? Don't you think he'd make a good attorney for the media company? Is he too busy? Or does he think I'm full of shit?
We just have to have a conversation about him, because I don't think it'll take a lot of time from his time and stuff. And he's a very talented guy.
Well, yeah, but you talk to him. You're out there.
Yeah, he seems to love my art.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But, and this is fees and a percentage of the company.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to do it just like Mace, right?
Yeah.
Let's put the band back together.
Yeah, we will, man. Definitely. Yeah. And let's bring in some young musicians, too. Like your daughter might be pretty cool, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Because she's still, she's still finding her way.
Right. Henry, who's not still finding their way, brother?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, that Columbia story kind of knocks my,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, like, look, and like, the people at Topeka don't have any idea. They can't figure out. They think there's these 2 fellas, these Hanyaks, Cody Foster and Jim Klossman. And, like, they don't understand the power of Mike Siegel,
Uh-huh.
Like, people, and Mace was he was so funny. Like, he goes, I'll walk the mall and the opinion people won't even come up to me. Because, like, he just wanted to be part of the woodwork,
Yeah, well, this was like, and Mace definitely had his own unique style, you know what I mean? Because I remember when I was building we were
Right.
And I was running the construction and all those guys and stuff, you know. So he had some concerns about the budget stuff, you know. So I went through all the numbers with him, and he said, you know, I feel like something's going wrong there, okay? So I go through, like, you know, because he was a numbers guy, right?
Yeah.
I go through all the numbers and everything. I said, what do you think now? He says, Mike, it's just a feeling I have, okay? So it's hard to argue with feelings, you know, Henry.
No, man, I hear you. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And you know, I honestly think I came back to Topeka to change Topeka. Like it's the mall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How many times? You know, I wasn't. Hell, when I was running for the law, Mace got me a chauffeur.
Yeah.
You know, but
well, you know, they did that for him too when he was a young leasing guy in New Jersey.
Well, karma.
Right.
And so, look, I just got to jump on. I got to jump on recovery.
Yeah.
And Mace always told me, you know, that you need to help people.
Right. And Henry, I think we could help people in recovery with the art too.
I do too. Because I can't go to meetings. I can't go to meetings because I start absorbing all the pain of these broken people. And you look at them and you love them, you understand them.
Yeah, well, you're an empath, Henry.
Yeah, Mace was like an empath squared.
Yeah, and I'm an empath. That's why I'm able to create this art, okay? But the nice thing is, Henry, now we're on the path together. Let's enjoy the journey, man. Me and you, brother.
Yeah, well, we got a lot of work to do.
No question about that.
But I tell you something, it's like having the art spread out all over my home while we're waiting to hang it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I go home and I can feel all that energy.
That's great.
Oh man, it's like supercharges me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Well, so earlier on the show before I called you, I was talking about my love of photography, and my great uncle made me learn photography with a light meter and understand film speed and aperture and all that.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at the holograph, and I'm getting a package. I'm going to ship a package out to you this week.
Mm-hmm.
Dean's got all the stuff ready, but when I look at the print on the holographic art, it's like, oh wow, it's just like almost, it's like it's starting over, because I always thought photography really starts in the darkroom. And when you look at this, and Dean is a wizard, he just loves this stuff. And when I look at the prints on the holographic, and then I look at all the samples of the holographic we got, it's like, oh my God, this is like a whole nother, it's like a whole nother generation of a business. You know what I mean? It's
right. Henry, I want to tell you something else, Henry. You know, because I have artists all around the world that follow me and like my work and so forth. There's this one woman who's in New Zealand who's a photographer.
Yeah.
And her stuff is incredible.
She's single.
As we move in, like, and create, like, prints and posters of things, her stuff is like magical, man. The way, it's the way the pictures she takes, just with the sky, is like life changing. I mean, it's amazing. I'll show you her stuff, but I'm gonna, as we get up, we should reach out to her.
Is Anna? Have you seen Anna's work?
Yeah, I have.
She's in New Zealand.
Right. Well, they should probably meet at some point. This one, Sam is in Wellington. Yeah. Man,
they got this thing. They got this thing on X called Spaces, right? Have you heard of that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, hell, one night we're on Spaces, and we got a guy in New York, Charlotte, St. Louis, myself, Denver, LA, Hawaii, Hong Kong, New Zealand, and then London. And we're talking on Spaces on X, and somebody goes, stop, hang on a second here. Look at where we all are located. We are covering the globe at night.
Right.
And I think this art project, I have
artists like all over the world, Henry, that that we're in touch with each other, like, Serbia, Germany, France, Japan, New Zealand, literally, the Mideast, every country, and there's like all different sorts of styles and all different sorts of talents, Henry. And the thing that like we're gonna do as we grow this thing, we're gonna be artists supporting artists, doing the right thing for each other. Because some of these artists, just have such great hearts and souls and create such amazing things, And the one thing that's like the shortcoming that a lot of us have, including me, is like branding and marketing and having the right forum and platform where the artist can spend their time creating and then have the right vehicle, where there's love and support and fairness. And that's what we're going to create together, man, artists supporting artists. Because there's a lot of stuff, like everything, in social media, there's all kinds of scams out there, man. So, like, we're going to be good people helping good people, man.
Well, I love what Spectre said the other day at breakfast, Mm-hmm. Wow, and it's kind of all starting in Topeka. I mean, think about it. And think about this holographic, mainline printing, I think, and John Parker, deep down, is a big art collector. And the first thing he said when I was doing I'm not going to buy any art, it was like me, when I drank a lot, which I me, I love to drink, but I sold him the Sears building and 9 acres of land. And then we'd go out and have a cocktail, and the very first thing I'd say to him is, you're going to want to buy the rest of this mall to control it, And it's a fucked up thing when like the rich guys don't listen to you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then the White Lakes took control.
Well, a lot of times, Henry, those rich guys think they know everything, brother. Money makes you rich, but it doesn't make you smart. It doesn't make you compassionate. It doesn't make you soulful. There's plenty of people that have a lot of money that are bad people. There's some good ones, but money, doesn't make you a great human being.
Well, I got mad at your uncle for not approving the Deb Shop deal in Greeley, but fortunately he overlooked my anger. But the whole.
By the way, I just texted you Samantha's Instagram thing. Take a look when you have a chance. Her name is Samantha Leach. She's really great talent and a great person, man. That's all I'm going to tell you. Yeah.
Samantha, we got to get Samantha Siegel to. I love. It's all about green and blues for me.
I understand
these because it's the good luck.
Henry, I'm color agnostic. Okay, I love every color. I don't have any favorite color. That's why when you look at my art, No,
I get it. Where you say, you see 1,000 greens and 1,000 blues.
Right.
I get that.
Right.
I understand it. My sister. Have you ever seen some of my sister's watercolors?
I think just a couple when you were quickly going by, like a couple weeks ago. Just let me see more of them.
My sister was. See, my stepdad and my mom were the country club snobs. You know what I mean? And they really put a lot of pressure on my sister that wasn't called for. And my sister escaped. My sister was an alcoholic, but she escaped the world, the present world, more through her paintings than her alcoholism.
And a lot of us do that. No question about that, Henry. Hey, Henry, in terms of the country club thing, do you remember Groucho Marx?
Yeah. Hey.
Listen to me, man. He had this country club thing, and he says, I wouldn't join any country club that would allow me in as a member.
And then there's the one where he's a professor at a university, Firefly, He goes, hey, whatever you're for, I'm against it, you know. And sometimes
Right.
it's like trying to bring up an idea, hatch an idea in Topeka, Kansas. Well, so, you know, what I say is, you know, fuck Topeka. You know, I don't need the approval of Topeka, Kansas. Not from what I learned. And I'll tell you one thing, I've never seen one of the country clubbers of Topeka out at the Jockey Club. And think about that. Think about who you ran into at the Jockey Club with Mace.
Right.
Yeah, well, so, and you know something, Mace didn't give a shit about the Jockey Club. Yeah, I got to wear a goddamn tie. You know, he didn't want to wear a tie. That's why he liked to meet down in Del Mar.
Yeah. You know who used to be at the Jockey Club all the time?
Mel Brooks.
Right, exactly. Mel Brooks and Ann Bancroft. Right?
Yeah. Did you meet Mel?
Yeah, sure, a bunch of times.
Yeah, he'd always come over and talk to me when I'm sitting with Mace.
Yeah, right.
And then, because you could never, a girl, you always got a date to the Jockey Club. And like, hey, there's one girl, that guy tried to pick me up. And I go, well, he's a smart guy. And then I got to talking about him. And then I'd run it. Hey, Mel, I brought a new one tonight. Go look at her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like San Nita the best, then Del Mar, then Hollywood.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the fat man move so quick, getting down to the winner's circle.
Yeah.
That guy was, man, that guy could fly. Oh, and by the way, Jim Brown hasn't called back.
Yeah, it's shocking.
Well, but see, that's right. You know, we got to call him right now.
I don't know, Henry, man.
No. I meant that at lunch.
Yeah. Oh, right, absolutely. Well, that's the great thing about you, Henry. You're Henry on the spot.
Well, why did you get all grouchy about, like...
I wasn't grouchy. I was.
No, just right now. Like,
because I thought you said we should call him right now. That's why.
No, I mean, we should, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, I used to do that to Max Bear. I'd just call him all the time. Old Jethro. He wanted to do that casino in Reno so bad.
Yeah, I remember.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go. I got a big meeting in the morning.
Cool.
And I should send my outline of my lease to my landlord. You know, the glass house, I call this the Glass Houses Studio.
I know you do.
Yeah. Well, so I'm moving. We're getting some new, much more elbow room in the new studio.
Oh, great.
All right, that's all I got for tonight.
All right, Henry, man. And Henry.
Yes, sir?
If nobody's told you today, I love you, brother.
Oh, I love you too, man.
Okay.
Hey, tell the girl in New Zealand I love her. I think I got a crush on her already.
No, she's happily married, Henry.
Well, so is Anna too, man. We got to find some single girls down in New Zealand.
Right.
Hey, let's get some referrals.
Okay, I'm all for it, man. And since she takes such incredible pictures of the sky, in that regard, I would have to say the sky's the limit, brother.
All right.
Okay.
Good segue. All right.
All right.
Night-night.
See you.